Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina Day. I'm a real estate agent. In today's video, I'm just gonna sit down and talk to you guys. From the title you can see, it's about my experience becoming a real estate agent in my 20s. Right now, I'm 26 years old and I actually first got my license when I was 23, so 3 years ago. So for me, when I first started out as a real estate agent, and I'm not suggesting that, you know, this is a route for you to take. I'm just telling you my story. So, disclaimer. So, basically, when I started out, I decided to become an assistant first, and I ended up landing a job as an assistant with a really huge brokerage, a luxury brokerage in New York, one of the top companies that are here. So I was like, whoa, I'm gonna take this and I'm going to kind of learn the ropes and figure out what this business is about. So that's what I did. I do know tons of people who have started in real estate in their 20s and didn't work as an assistant. They just jumped right into it. Like, looking back on it in retrospect, there's pros and cons to, each choice. So for me, I started working at the front desk, and that was pretty cool because I got to know all the different agents. Like, some of them had $15 million listings, $100 million listings. Like, it was just crazy. So I got to know all of them. I got to know, like, sometimes I would have to coordinate with their clients. And basically, my job was just coordinating with people who want to set up showings for their houses, keeping the office organized, taking phone calls, of course, taking anybody who's walking in and helping them out, and also preparing the agents for their open houses. So it was basic administrative work, preparing listing packages and things like that. So I did that, and then I ended up getting a job working with one particular agent. And so when I got this job working with one particular agent, I was just one on one with that person. And it kind of, that was, I would say, more of a like mentorship in a way, because while I was helping this person, they were also helping me because I was really seeing a real estate transaction from beginning to end. For those of you who are already in real estate, or those of you who will be in real estate, you'll learn about the process of like submitting an offer, negotiating an offer, it finally being accepted, then going under contract. Then you're doing things like inspection and title and appraisals and all of things like that. So I got to really see that process. I also got to see a lot of like what goes into marketing yourself as a real estate agent, and also building a team. So like, for me, I was really helping my agent manage her team. I would really, whenever she would bring a new person on, I would get them, situated. I would teach them a bit about how to do some things online and, like, be able to post their listings and just get acclimated. And like, for instance, for marketing, on the marketing side, I would have to prepare like different flyers that would go out, and email blasts and newsletters. So it was really just an administrative job, but I would say that it gave me so much insight on how a real estate transaction like works from start to finish. For me, I really feel like when I was 23 getting into this business, I just felt like, I really want to feel confident in what I'm doing. I really want to have a lot of knowledge. And hands down, in this business, knowledge is power. Like, when you meet a client, a potential buyer, a potential renter, a potential seller, landlord, developer, whatever it is, you need to be able to sound like you know what you're talking about. You need to be able to know this business. You need to know the lingo. And so those are the things. It's really just about trust. So when you're showing somebody that you have the knowledge to handle something and get it done, and you can explain it confidently, they're going to be more willing to trust you. So yeah, I would say that doing that really gave me a lot of knowledge, which in turn gave me a lot of confidence, which in turn um, helped clients trust me and want to work with me. So I worked as an assistant for about 2 years, 2.5 years, and now I'm working full time as a real estate agent, and I've done all types of transactions from selling single family homes, selling condos, selling co-ops. Um, did I say multifamily homes? Single family homes, multifamily homes, condos, co-ops. I've done some commercial deals, although I'm primarily a residential agent. And also I've done tons of rentals. So like, yeah, I mean, I kind of want to be able to sit down and make this a series. So like make different videos. So maybe I'll make a separate video about my first deal. But I can just tell you in general, when I first started out, of course, you guys know I work in Manhattan. So my first deal was a rental. My first few deals were rental transactions. And rental transactions in Manhattan are actually quite lucrative, and they're pretty easy to close. You know, it's different from a sale in that a sale will take anywhere from 30 days to, who knows, 3 months, depending on what the situation with the deal is. It could take a very long day to close, but I've definitely done rental transactions where I just go and I meet somebody that day, and then they're like, okay, I want to take it. And then the next day, you know, we're submitting their documents, and a few days later, I'm getting a check for less than a few hours of work, you know? So it's crazy that way. But then on the other hand, I've definitely worked with clients who you take them all around, you know, show them this apartment, that apartment, and then the next thing you know, they don't want to rent anymore, or they found something on their own, or yeah, that's just the business. Real estate is a commission based business. So for me, like I said, when I first started out, I was working as an assistant. So when I was working as an assistant, I was getting a paycheck bi-weekly, you know, and I don't have that anymore. I don't have the security of getting a paycheck every week. So you really have to be constantly grinding, because you want to just have commissions rolling in always. You want to always be closing. ABCs, the ABCs of real estate, always be closing. Or else things are gonna dry out. You're gonna, you know, make good money, and then you're gonna be like, whoa, I have all this money, let me go on a 2-month vacation. And then you know what's gonna happen? You're not gonna have any deals in between that time, and you're gonna come back and be like, oh, I'm broke. So basically, working in a commission-based business is different, because you really want to save very well. You want to save, and you want to always make sure that you don't at any times just stop, you know, getting new clients and showing people apartments or houses, because if you do, you're definitely going to end up like in a dry spell where you're now like, and it's kind of a rat race that a lot of real estate agents go through. It's like they're running around with clients, like then they get a commission check, then after that they're kind of like now have to start the process over again, like of, oh, now I got to find a new client. And you know, you want to always constantly have a number of clients going at the same time. I feel like this video is turning into a lot, like me saying a lot, because I didn't write anything down or like take notes of how I was gonna explain this to you guys, and I don't want to go too far off on a tangent, but I guess I'm just trying to express my journey in the business. And I would say that whether you're starting out as a realist, because I think that in New York you could be a real estate agent at 18. So whether you're starting out as a teenager, in your 20s, in your 30s, whatever it is, like these are things that you're going to encounter. So I would say being in your 20s though, or being younger, like we actually have some advantages and then there are some disadvantages. Like advantage is the way that we're so connected through social media, because I personally have done so many deals through social media. I've had celebrities reach out to me because of social media. Like I've secured the bag multiple times, okay? Chink. I've secured the bag multiple times because of social media. Like I'm connecting with you guys right now and I have no clue where you are, but now here we are, like we're together. You know me, like, so it happens just like that. I would say if you're in your 20s, or if whatever age you are, like use social media to your advantage. If you're younger, you even have a bigger advantage because you're so well versed in it. Like even me now as a 26-year-old, my younger sister is like 16 and she teaches me things about social media. It's like the younger you are, the more in tune you are with it. So social media is a big way to market yourself, and I would say that's definitely an advantage. Some of the disadvantages are that I think that when I find that a lot of people lack confidence, and I even have too, like, especially it's just like the ageism thing. Like you think that, oh my gosh, I'm so young, who's gonna trust me? Or like, oh my gosh, like this person is 45 and they've been in the business for 20 years. Like the seller's gonna go with them over me. And it's just like, going back to what I said in the beginning, if you have the knowledge and you have the confidence, people are going to trust you. So as long as you're able to convey that you can get it done, you're going to be fine. So I would say that kind of, don't let that hold you back too much. Just focus on, just really focus on going around, knowing the market, like previewing what's on the market. There should never be a day that you're not viewing new property or taking clients out. You should always know your market very well. You should be on places like YouTube and Instagram getting training that's available to you, getting training that's available to you at your brokerage. Those are things that are going to determine your success in this industry. And like I said, it's nobody is your boss. There's nobody who's going to tell you what to do. If you aren't going to do what you have to do, you're simply not going to make money. You're simply not going to succeed. This is literally running a business, like as if, let's say you wanted to become a hairstylist. If you wanted to become a hairstylist, you're going to need to market yourself. You're going to need to give good customer service. You're going to need to get more clients coming through the door. On the first day, you're not going to have 20 clients just waiting outside for you. So it's the same thing with real estate. You have to constantly be marketing yourself, constantly be getting new clients, making sure that you're delivering good customer service. And in real estate, it's such a high level because it's complex. Selling a house, helping someone buy a house, even leases sometimes are complex. And you want to make sure that your client is protected because it's going to be one of the biggest transactions of their life. Like in New York, hands down, you're spending $500,000, $1 million, $5 million. You as a real estate agent, you do not want to mess up a multi-million-dollar $500,000. It's a big number. You do not want to mess up a transaction like that. I find that a lot of people who get into the industry want to like do it on their own. They don't want to, get help and split commissions and things like that. And I can get into commissions as well and how that works. Maybe in this video. Maybe I'll just do it in this video. So yeah, now I lost my train of thought. Yes, so like a lot of people getting into the business, they don't want to split commissions. They want to like learn everything. They want to do everything on their own. And it's like, you will be putting so much on the line if you want to go into this and go into a real estate transaction on your own. You need somebody who's experienced to hold your hand and be like, okay, because there's going to be a lot of problems that come up. There's going to be a lot of things that come up. It's not just the path from showing someone an apartment or a house and they like it and putting an offer on it to getting them to the closing table is not some straight line. It's like boo roo roo roo, then maybe chill, like it could be all over the place. So you really want to make sure that you have somebody who knows how to navigate a real estate transaction, who knows how to get through those obstacles, knows how to put the client in touch with who they need to be put in touch with to get things done. So the last thing that I'll touch on is commission. If you're in your 20s, especially if you're in New York City, I could really just speak for here. You're going to basically go to a brokerage and you're going to say, hey, I'm a new agent. Will you sponsor me? And different brokerages work differently on how they bring on new talent. But typically for somebody who's unlicensed, you're going to be starting off at a 50-50 split or a 60-40 split with your broker, your firm. So, for instance, let's say that you sell a $1 million property, and the commission is 3% on that. That check is not going to be in your name. So that check does not say Christina Day. That check goes in the company's name. Now you have $30,000, and then from there you're going to be taking 60% of it and your company is going to be taking 40% of it, or maybe you're splitting it 50-50. There are some companies that offer 100% splits, but again, there's pros and cons, and I could talk about that in definitely a different video, like how to pick a real estate brokerage. But basically for that split, what they're supposed to be doing is giving you training, giving you a big name to, pump yourself up on, a name that people trust again. So it's like in New York City, we have big companies like Douglas Elliman, Corcoran, Halstead. These companies have built a name for themselves, and now basically you're paying to be a part of that team. You're going to get a gorgeous office space, you're going to get training, and you're going to get just a lot of insider information. So that's why, that's pretty much why they're taking a certain split of your check. And so from there, maybe you want to pair up with somebody and be on their team, or you want someone to help you out with the deal, then that person, you could work out a split of your split with them. And you have to really think in a business mind, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like, they're thinking in a scarcity mindset, like, oh my gosh, my check, I want to get all of it, like, oh, I need this money, please give it all to me. Like, that's a scarcity mindset. An abundance mindset will have you thinking, okay, this check, me working at this brokerage where I perhaps have a 50-50 split, and maybe I have to split something with somebody else for them to train me on something or be on their team, that's going to help me close this deal successfully and continue to close deals over and over and over and over again. You want to get to that point where you have commission checks rolling in left and right. So for you to be able to do that, you have to invest in your business. Part of that investment is the split. Until you get to a point where you feel like you could be successful at 100% brokerage, or you can negotiate a higher split for yourself with your company. And that usually comes with having done a certain amount of deals and made a certain amount of money. Then you're going to get to that place. But my advice in the beginning is not to think in a scarcity mindset. Think in an abundance mindset so that you can learn. Again, this is probably the third time that I'm saying this, but like, you're going to get knowledge, which is going to give you confidence, which is going to help clients trust you. That is how you close deals. So I feel like I talked kind of off tangent in this video, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and you took something away from it. And if you have any comments, leave them down below. I really want to, engage with you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna make more videos. Put any recommendations or suggestions that you guys have too. Thank you.